can see, it's snowing again. We're putting in our last fifth of our base log. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The only problem is we've got 3 copes on this base log. We're sticking with keeping 4 inches, 4 inches, 4 inches, and this one here too. We got 4 inches here, 4 inches there, 4 inches there. That's 2 tips. You know, adjusting accordingly and all that. We're just about ready to put this in. I'm coping out a little bit of a square right here in the bottom of the notch. It matches up with a bolt that we bolted down every one of these pilings is bolted down to the, maybe get a shot of the bolt or so. Bolted down to the yada yada and yada yada.
Right here.
Yeah. You can see that in the camera right there. That's a bolt. We've we bolted down every one of these things. Just to secure to the footing. Pilings. And right now I'm in the process of digging a hole so it's a nut can be covered up by that on that bolt, otherwise I'm going to be riding onto it. So here we can see our notch. We've scribed it. We first did a rough cut about 3 inches. We just cut it and laid it back into place where we wanted it. Then we did a final scribe, this red line here, and we've just taken the chisel and what we're trying to do is make it concave. If you run a straight edge, I don't know where the hell that bloody line level is, but if there's a straight edge here, you'll see it's kind of indented like that all the way around. Yeah, it's too bad there. Anyway, yeah, so that we have it all caved in like that, so that what we want is just the outside edge to more or less do this. Okay, right here. As you can see, like this, you see there's a little bit of a gap there. Right, like here. You see there's a gap in the back side here. And we're uptight. We want to keep that like that throughout the deal. And like I say, we'll put her back on here, flop it back down, and hopefully there's not too many bloody problems. We had to mess with that one a little bit, get her to sit down. It looks all right. There's a little bit of a gap here and there, but once the weight of the rest of these logs comes down on it, it should work more better. I think this should be deep enough in this one. Figure. The nut's only half an inch high.
Yeah.
That should work. Yeah. Here are scribing. We were going to go with a full log lateral scribe, but the amount of work per log just fucking nuts. Plus, most of these logs are all got this dark coating on it, and it's very hard to see these guys. See the purple pen, the red pen, it's very hard to see on this thing. I mean, if they were all this color, sure you could see that, that's perfect if they were light like this. But they've been out in the weather for over a year, eh?
Yep.
So I mean, it's a
few years.
They're just too dark. You can't see it. You can't see that damn lateral scribe. And guessing on a lateral scribe is not worth it. So what we're going to do is we're just coping these, whatever you've got here. This turns out to be 5 3/4 inch. So I just set my scribe 5 3/4, make sure it's all level, and then we're just going to cope these. And if there's any work to be done on the log underneath, we're going to do the work to the underside of this log, the underside of the top log, so that we don't create any pools for moisture to get in or to sit up here. So yeah, we're just going to start getting her done a little quicker. So here's me in action, full bore action. Here we go. Hup. Going. Yeah, we should be watching the bubbles. Ooh, let me get crazy here. Keep my spit all over that thing too. And then, I'll try to keep that level. The radiation from the camera is getting to me. No. See, I'm trying to watch those bubbles both ways and keep pressure on this, what the hell I'm doing? Oh, I'm just got a little ways to go. Okay, I can see, you can read, funny thing about this is set vertically this way and vertically that way. So I can just jump right back in here anywhere on that line, the vertical line between that connects the two, and like even if I'm an inch away, I just set up my bubbles, and I should be able to start right from where I started off. You see this line right here? Watch me coming up here. See? I'm following pretty much the same line. Oh shit, but I can't go underneath. Anyway, I'll start from there and I'll come back up again. And I should be pretty close to the same bloody line that I had earlier. Oh shit. I'll turn that vertical. There. Okay, you see that line? I gotta get all four kind of corner things. And then once I get four corners, I'll hit that one there. And we just turn it over and we run wherever that the scoop is. Marcel runs down with a chainsaw. I'm on the other side making sure it doesn't go too deep. And we bust it all out. And then we take the chisel, we kind of go around the outside of the notch, and then we just clean it up, and we make sure there's a little bit of a hollow, because you just want the outside of the log to impact this, like where that log's going to sit. You just want the outside to kind of cushion it, right? So you got a little bit of a concave there. And then where these two touch, we take like I say, we take the bottom of that log out of there. We take all the material out of the bottom log, and it'll sit down fairly flush, level. And that's it.
Okay.
That's the way we do her. You got anything to add, Marcel?
Not really.
What about the bears? The fact that this isn't just downtown Calgary or any big city. We're dealing with bears we've got to make sure that when we're out of here, we usually shut her down. What time you figure?
You shut her down about 7 in the evening.
Yeah, so then we make sure that all our jerry cans are tied up on this high line here, because without that, bears have a funny thing. They like to taste the gasoline, so they'll puncture the hell out of your. I don't think they eat it or anything, but
our high line.
They puncture the hell out of all your jerry cans. You come here the next day and there's no gas, no jerry cans, and they'll run through everything. So there's always a threat of bears out here, and also moose. Hey, because moose can come out here. Like there's many times where people say they're chopping wood, and we're using the axe here every once in a while. But you're chopping wood and a bull moose, thinking there's a female in among the logs here, comes charging right in. You better be prepared or face the consequences. We're already starting to get up too high to climb up and over. That's why we got this scaffolding too. I brought this Baker scaffold from brought it from Calgary, and that'll help us out here immensely when we start getting a little higher in the nosebleed section of the log cabin here. This is also helping because Marcel had it figured out to where the cabin is only going to be what, 6 feet high or something at current.
Yeah.
Right?
With the scribe, inch to scribe, every log.
Yeah, yeah.
Is below 6 feet.
So it'd be below 6 feet, so that'd be kind of shitty. But now that we're not going to take care of this lateral scribe, we're not going to lose that inch between logs. In fact, we may even gain a little bit. Gain a half an inch to an inch between logs. You work it right. Anyway,
the bubbles. Watch
the bubbles. Watch the bubbles.
Got you on bubbles here.
Okay, so I got that side, all four corners here. Now we'll just go over and I'll scribe that in. Hopefully the log doesn't move because we've got these shitty log dogs I made up. We should have the kind where It's just a square bar and spikes on both sides. You just smash it in, then it's not gonna roll that log at all. Eh? But no.